Hello, hello. What is up? This is Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. I'm your little slut for the night. What's up? What's up? Fat Pig already up in the chat. What's up? Bro, I popped when I read this. I do appreciate that. Sweet Cheeks. I love being called Sweet Cheeks, if you know me. What is up, Fat Pig? Yeah, Airplane Willie. I think Airplane Willie was also Joe the Supermark. Here I am. The Fat Pig. I can't believe it, but I figured it out. I figured it out today, or wait, was it last night? I think it was last night. Airplane Willie. Now, I could be wrong about this. Maybe he's just mad at me or something for some other reason. It's possible, but I doubt it. And I'll lay it all out here. Because there was that night we were going back and forth in the chat here, and whatever. What was the account? Junior or something? Yeah, Philip Anthony. This is also Joe the Supermark. Anyway, yeah, it only makes sense. Airplane Willie was always the first person. When you think, looking back on it, when you think about it, Airplane Willie was always the first person to like and repost my stuff on Twitter. And, at some point back in the day, not too long ago, I had Holyoke Joe blocked. Okay, yeah, I'll have to ask you, Joe. I don't know who the fuck anybody is. I don't care anymore. It's okay. Have you guys heard of the dead internet theory? I've spoke to the Fat Pig over the phone, and I know that's not Holyoke Joe. So at least that's my boo right there, the Fat Pig. I don't know who the fuck any of you other people are. It's okay. It doesn't matter. As long as if you guys enjoy watching and you don't fucking scare other people off. My goddamn internet's shitting on me again. Fuck you, Spectrum. Anybody listening right now, don't use Spectrum internet. $30 a month, and I can't even fucking stream 15 feet from the fucking router. Anyway, Wesley Breyer, what's up? What's up? Thanks for checking out the stream. You're on Facebook too. That's cool. I wasn't sure how many people watch on Facebook live, because I wasn't sure if you guys could actually, if I would be able to see the chat if you got in the chat on Facebook. I wasn't sure if it worked. Yeah, you're the first person from Facebook to get up in the chat. Other people are scared. But I can't blame him. Mike Bear Ramos, what's up? I guess some people are getting this. Thank you guys for checking out the stream. This is the thing. I was someone had messaged me. It was probably Holyoke Joe from another account, but someone fucking messaged me. Sterling, what's up? Thanks for coming back to the stream. How's it going? I appreciate everybody checking out the stream. But yeah, dude, I stream you guys 8:00 every night. Every weeknight, around 8:00, give or take 30 minutes. Sometimes I go on earlier on like Monday and Friday. I generally try to go on earlier because Alex Stein isn't on. But I watch Alex Stein's show, and then right after his show, I hop on stream every weeknight. So anyway, but anyway, I don't know what the fuck I was talking about. Airplane Willie, I think, is another Holyoke Joe burner account. I'm not entirely sure, but this is I had Holyoke Joe blocked on Twitter for a while. We're digressing into 10 different directions before I can finish the first thing I'm talking about. But anyway, Holyoke Joe, I had blocked him. We kind of had a falling out at some point. I blocked him like everywhere. And, and no disrespect to him, I'm not trying to bring up bad, vibes or something about him, but, his mother passed and I felt really bad. And I saw people talking crap about him. And Holyoke Joe, he's kind of, anybody that doesn't know, he's made a few enemies and stuff. And different people are mad at him from different shit. I mean, you know, again, I'm not trying to pile on him, but everyone has got the same story that they tried to be nice to Holyoke Joe, and then he just took a crap on him. And different people have said that they Holyoke Joe doxed their number and different stuff like that. And anyway, so but I had him blocked for a while. And during that time, I think it was around during that time that Airplane Willie, this person on fucking Twitter, followed me and started talking to me on Twitter. And this person, since I've been streaming, this person fucking reposts my stuff and my stream link and likes all my stuff. And they're the first person to do it, which is that's a characteristic of Holyoke Joe right there. But anyway, and he's always the first person like on my stream. I think he may have been the first person to ever get in my chat. Was Airplane Willie, this person named Airplane Willie. And I thought I'd seen him in a Bub Army chat before. The name sounded familiar, so I was like, okay, whatever, it's another Bub Army guy. He's really cool, likes my stuff, whatever. And after all of when Holyoke Joe got busted as Junior Coltrane in my chat, you guys busted him as Junior Coltrane. And and it cracked me up, though. That night was so fucking funny. But yeah, then after that happened, then Holyoke Joe was back in here under another account and fighting with you guys that one night. And then after that night, Airplane Willie stopped talking to me and doesn't repost my stuff. And I was like, what the fuck happened? And I was actually worried about this person. Like I thought it was a real person. I mean, Holyoke Joe is a real person, but it doesn't count when you have fucking 10 different accounts. I think there's 10 different people I'm worried about. Anyway. So I message Airplane Willie on fucking Twitter and doesn't get back to me. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I see him tweet something. And I go to his account and I'm like, okay, he's tweeted twice since I messaged him. Why hasn't he messaged me back? And then I notice, he stopped following me and won't talk to me. I was like, this is Holyoke Joe again. Son of a bitch. He got me again. Holyoke Joe, damn you. Philip Anthony, this is probably Holyoke Joe. Yes, whatever. I'm worried about you, Philip Anthony. I am. Losing a parent. Dude, Holyoke Joe, I was already fighting with him before he lost his mom. And when he lost his mom, that's when I was like, okay, Holyoke Joe did a whole rant on his stream about how I'm a faggot and I'm completely untalented and I'm insane and all this shit. And so I fucking blocked him on everything. I was like, dude, you are actually crazy. And we were getting along. Everything seemed cool. And then he got pissed off this one day because he thought I was replying to someone in chat. And I said LOL or something at something I saw that they put in chat. And apparently that person had talked shit about Joe in the chat, but I didn't see that part. I was laughing at something else they said, and he interpreted it as me piling on him. So that's when he like secretly turned on me and kept acting like we were cool, kind of, and then goes in his own chat and fucking completely berates me and talks all this shit about me. So I blocked him, all that. Unblocked him when he lost his mom, and he's, apparently he's been in and out of my chat and my Twitter as different fake accounts. Like that's even necessary. I would talk to him if he tried to talk to me with his real account, but he doesn't. He just pretends with his real account. He pretends he doesn't see me on Twitter in the same Bubba Army tweet threads. He pretends he doesn't see me there. But he talks to me through fake accounts. It's insane, but quite honestly, I am entertained by it. It's so fucked up because it pissed me off when I realized Airplane Willie is just another Holyoke Joe account. He's pretending to be a pilot. But then I just started cracking up. All of it really cracks me the fuck up. On this one level, it is so fucking funny. I swear to God. I was doing the Kamala Harris cackle the other night when Joe was in here he was in my chat on 2 different fake accounts. Oh fuck. Joe, you got like 3 laptops going right now. I respect that. I actually do. I'm not even fucking around. Anyway, but yeah, it's good to see you. Thanks everybody from YouTube, Facebook. Thank you guys for checking out the show and saying hi in the chat. Facebook, when I have something this is my first time on this stream. Hi Joe. All right, dude. Well, come on. Don't listen. This is my stream. This is my show here. I'm trying to actually do a show here. From seen anything from you in X? Oh yeah. Okay. What city I'm from? I'm from Tampa, Florida. Yeah, buddy. That's cool, Joe. I respect the game, okay? So anyway, but thank you guys for letting me know you're on Facebook watching. Sometimes all these platforms, if I do like, bro, the captions, the titles for my videos, I think a couple of them have definitely kind of, got me in a bad algorithm. I'll just put it that way. I don't want to elaborate too much, but anyway, yeah, thank you guys for checking out the show. What we're doing tonight, I'm not going to stay on too late. There's a debate that happened with Matt Dillahunty and fucking Andrew Wilson. Now, I only saw this fucking debate. This was probably a month ago or 2 months ago, maybe. It wasn't that long ago. And this, I don't know how. When I pull it up, I'll see how old it is. But, dude, somehow this was not in my algorithm, even though I've been following Andrew Wilson for a little while since he debated Dave Smith, and somehow this never popped up. And I watch other videos with Matt Dillahunty, and he's a really good debater. And let me pull this up real quick. Okay, let me get the screen share up. All right, now Andrew Wilson, I like him a lot now. I don't know if I really had to put my money on it, who do you think is like smarter? I really don't fucking know. Both these guys are really smart and respectable to me. And I have always been a fan of Matt Dillahunty being so unforgivingly, just like, how do I put it? Unforgivingly logical when dealing with crazies that would call his show. I haven't seen that much. I've more seen him debate people, but I know he does like a show where he takes calls from fucking flat earthers and, actually crazy religious people, and he debates them as an atheist. But Andrew Wilson has gotten my attention as well. The other guy on the right here, they not they, he's not trans. But anyway, he's a great debater in different ways. We watched him the other night on my stream. We reviewed a little bit of the January 6th debate between him and fucking Destiny. And yeah, he holds his own. He's a really fucking smart guy. I disagree with him on a lot of shit, including his fucking cigarette addiction, which is just crippling. During the debate with Destiny, we counted. Where's my counter? Right here. Right here. I won't show the rest of the shit on here, but I had a cigarette counter go. I was actually counting, writing the number down. I should have done Roman numerals, but anyway, I was actually taking track. We had a cigarette counter. We got up to 8 cigarettes, and there was still an hour of Q&A with the audience to go. And this motherfucker smoked almost a half a pack of cigarettes with an hour left to go. Incredible. So let's get right into this. Again, if you saw the title, this is a rage quit. And unfortunately, this debate right here, I'm surprised it took me so long to fucking find this, or for this debate to pop up in my algorithm, because I didn't search for this. It popped up one day, suggested after I watched something else on YouTube. But I'm the prize, XY. Greetings. What's up? What's up? Welcome to Dark Times with your boy, Dark Match Steve. That's me. Please like and subscribe, and check out the rest of the stuff on my channel. I got some parody songs and stuff on my channel. A few of them have gotten, some decent views since, I don't know. I got a Matt Walls parody and P Diddy parody. Go check out my channel for real. Subscribe. I'm grinding out here. I could use the support. But anyway, yeah, this was a rage quit. This debate, unfortunately, made me lose a little bit of respect for Matt Dillahunty. He fucking rage quits. For real rage quits, walks out of a debate. This is one of those moments where it's just like it makes you question everything, that you're like, whoa, this motherfucker, this guy who is he's not afraid to talk to anybody that I've ever seen. Aaron Ra versus Andrew. Fuck yes, dude. That would be so awesome. Oh, Janus, you're a new person. What's up? Or have you checked out the stream before? Greetings. What's up? Please like and subscribe. Anybody new checking out the deal? Please, I could use the support. I'm truly grinding on YouTube, trying to rebuild my page. I got deleted a couple years ago, guys. The struggle's real. So anyway. But I couldn't fucking believe this shit when it happened. So yeah, in full disclosure, I've watched this before, and I was just completely amazed. I've only watched it one time a few months ago, and I just thought other people should be able to appreciate this. And this isn't about. I'm not trying to just dump on fucking Matt Dillahunty, because I do respect the guy, but this is pretty fucking crazy. It's crazy to see somebody that you never would think would shy away from dealing with somebody, intellectually handling somebody, and then you see it and it's fucking shocking. So let's get into it. Anybody else hate the fucking modern day debate intro song? I don't think they have it on this video because this is a live debate. But I fucking hate that song. Oh, you called their show and they fucking they hung up on you?
All right. Thanks so much, folks.
Bro, I do not doubt it. I do not doubt it. After seeing this, of course, someone below Matt Dillahunty on their fucking show would for sure just fucking rage quit on a motherfucker. All right, let's get into it. This is and this is even more crazy. This wasn't your typical Zoom meeting stream for modern day debates. This was an actual in-person event. So much more embarrassing.
Folks, for being with us. We're going to get into our main event debate for the night. Before we do, we're going to do something different. In particular, this conference has a sponsor, which is Manifold, who we really do appreciate. Manifold is the online play prediction market. So you don't use any real money. You don't have to risk any of your real money. It's just for fun, like Monopoly money. You can predict anything, including the debates we have.
Yeah, bro. The fucking the intro song for modern day debates is nothing but guitar feedback. It sounds like a fucking song that Corey Feldman would write and play. It's nothing but fucking feedback. And then it's like kind of cheap lyrics. Nothing against I hate to take shits on other musicians, but dude, I fucking hate that song. I hate it.
Or DebateCon this weekend. So what we're going to do is, in order to resolve who was more persuasive during the debate, is we're actually going to do a before and after poll, raising your hands. You don't have to vote, but if you happen to lean one way or the other, namely, if you think that Christianity has a better foundation for ethics, even just a smidge, or if it's all the way, then at that point, you'd put your hand up. If you're like totally 50-50, you're like, I'm truly 50, then.
Bro, I did a whole, I'm for real, I'm not just trying to get clicks. Dude, I did a whole fucking stream about Corey Feldman, how he is that's the title of my video, the worst musician of all time, Corey fucking Feldman. He is playing, he's acting. He grew up as a little actor and he's acting as a musician. It is the most cringe shit ever. He cannot play guitar. And people thought Limp Bizkit came on stage because people thought that he was faking playing guitar and it was pre-recorded. I broke all this shit down. It's literally he pressed the wrong guitar pedal on stage. He pressed a loop pedal instead of the different effects pedal, and accidentally made his guitar loop, and it just kept playing as he was not playing. Dude, he's the worst. He literally has no clue what he's doing on stage. It's fucked up. It is fucked up that he's opening up for Limp Bizkit.
Don't put your hand up when we do the poll. And then if you lean towards secular humanism, even a smidge or 100%, you'd want to put your hand up when we give that option. Does that make sense? So we're going to do a percentage basis. So percent at the start of the debate and then at the end. And then for our online audience, we highly encourage you to check out Manifold, which is linked in the description box. You can actually vote right now in terms of who you think will win. In other words, be more persuasive in this debate by clicking on that link right now in the description box.
They got people voting. I wonder what the vote was after. Do you think people, did they do a vote after when Matt fucking runs out of there?
Thanks so much to Manifold for sponsoring our event. And by the way, last, if you want to vote in person via Manifold, you can actually use your phone camera and use the QR code and actually do that right here if you want to do that vote as well. So with that, want to say we're going to have Matt going first, but before we do, we're going to do that quick hand vote. If you happen to lean even like a smidge or all the way towards secular humanism, would you slip your hand up? And then we're going to give Chris a chance to, he's going to vote or count them real quick. Cool. And then if you happen to lean a smidge or all the way, all the degrees in between for Christianity, if you'd slip your hand up. You got it. All right, great. So Chris has that.
And can we get a vote? Who thinks one of these guys is going to run out of the room like a pussy? I should have done that poll.
And then we'll resolve the market at the end of the debate. But with that, we're going to kick it over to Matt for his opening statement. Thanks so much for being with us. And Matt, the floor is all yours for your opening.
Thanks so much, James. And thanks, Andrew, for being here and all of you for showing up. Humanism has as its focus the betterment of humanity in this life, while Christianity has as its focus adherence to a God and the disposition of souls in an afterlife. Our best efforts in this life are, according to the Bible, like filthy rag. Our best attempts at righteousness and justice are portrayed as vile and disgusting when compared to a bumbling God constantly failing to get his creation to love and respect him, while also prescribing the death penalty for nearly everything: adultery, blasphemy, breaking the Sabbath, disobedient children, witchcraft, worshiping another god, not being a virgin on your wedding night. Which is better for society? Well, I'd say the one that has human society as its focus and isn't so intent on killing humans for not buying into a specific doctrine. Heaven and hell, if they were to exist, aren't human societies. What a God thinks is unknown and irrelevant. There's never been a secular humanist nation, either in a governmental form, which I'm not advocating for, or in a primary philosophical view of the majority of the population, which means we have to look at the ideals between these two positions. Secular humanism has been around for 90 years. In 1933, the first Secular Humanist Manifesto was published. It identified humanism as a religion with 15 points. It was updated 40 years later in 1973 with a lot more information. And then it was incredibly shortened in 2003. In addition to the manifestos, there are organizations like the Council for Secular Humanism, American Humanists, etc. In the first version of the manifesto, it's presented as a religious view where it acknowledges there's no supernatural guarantee of human value. We advocate a heightened sense of personal life and a cooperative effort to promote social well-being. The goal of humanism is a free and universal society in which people voluntarily and intelligently cooperate for the common good. In the manifesto version 2, 40 years later, this includes a lot more information, short versions. They begin by saying those who sign this disclaim that they are setting forth a binding credo. This statement reaches for a vision in time that needs direction. We affirm a set of common principles that can serve as a basis for united action. This isn't a to-do list or thou shalt not list. We're fine with religion's inspiration, but we're opposed to dogma and authoritarian views that place anything above human needs. Religions don't pass the test of scientific evidence. The promises of immortal salvation or eternal damnation are illusory and harmful. Ethics and moral values stem from human experience, and situational ethics stem from the human need and human interest. Reason and intelligence are the most effective instruments we possess. We are not advocating for the use of scientific intelligence independent of or in opposition to emotion, for we believe in the cultivation of feeling and love. Individuals are precious and their dignity is affirmed. This is important. Us, human beings, affirming the value of individuals and human beings is more powerful than a God affirming it, and it's infinitely more powerful than a human claiming a God affirms this, which is all we appear to have. The third version of the manifesto, in a nutshell, is so short. Whether God exists or not, we have problems to solve. We have to do this without appeals to the supernatural entities or intervention. We must utilize the best methods at our disposal. Reason and science seem to be the primary ones to assess reality and reach conclusions. Justice, fairness, equality, and autonomy are the primary goals. This life, not a hypothetical afterlife, is what we're trying to improve. So what happens?
I do have health care through my job, but my real healthcare plan is don't get hurt. Healthcare bill.
Same, bro, same.
Happens when religions control societies and governments, either legitimate or illegitimate. Well, conflicts with other societies and other governments may not have any reasoned diplomatic solution. Need only look to Gaza. But that's Islam and Judaism. Here we have Christianity.
Shit, look at Gaza now, motherfucker.
As a primary, and Christian nationalist. Under secular humanism, you get to be a Christian, a Jew, a Muslim, gay, straight, socialist, capitalist. You just don't get to impose those necessarily on others through acts of fiat. Not necessarily true with the religions in.
You do get to convince other people's kids to chop off their wieners, though. If you're a teacher in California, that's allowed. Oh yeah, just tell them they can be a girl.
Charge of the government. Mike Johnson's the new Speaker of the House in the United States. He's homophobic as all get out. He's argued to criminalize homosexuality. Homosexualities, by the way, are U.S. citizens with specific rights that he wants to take away. Moreover, he advocates for gay conversion therapy, which is unscientific and torturous because he thinks he can help them pray the gay away.
This is the thing. I talked about this a long fucking time ago. Probably, I'm not some revolution. I'm an idiot. Okay. I'm probably not the first person that thought about this, but somewhere on Facebook or somewhere Instagram, I don't know. I talked about this before, that it is very strange to me how the people on the left will say that conversion therapy is unscientific and cruel and just completely bizarre and stupid. to try to convert your sexuality to make you not LGBTQ. But those same people that think conversion therapy is unscientific and crazy will say that, no, but you can't change your sexuality, but we'll let you, we think changing your gender is cool. So that's cool. We can convert, we do our own conversion therapy, but we call it, hormone therapy and fucking affirming your gender ideology. That has always been very funny to me. And I hope I don't scare anybody off that's watching. I am a gay guy. I hate it though. I hate being gay. Okay. It's fucked up. I'm going to probably die alone. I'm going to be sitting in my, if I'm lucky, I'm going to be laying in a hospital bed at age 90 saying, "Nurse, bring my dildo collection." And I'm not going to have any kids around. I'm just going to have a dildo collection and it'll be at my nurse's whim whether or not I get access to them, okay? That's not a future that I'm proud of, and I think you should not encourage other people to be gay or trans because it just means you're encouraging someone to be infertile. That's really what it boils down to. That it's that simple to argue against. I feel like conservatives really beat around the bush with this. It's so easy. That's all it is you be concerned about the inability to reproduce. That is not controversial at all. You don't have to make homophobic points or whatever. All you have to, well, if you're gay, you can't make kids, or trans, you can't make kids. So let's not encourage it. That's simple. Anyway, so as a self-hating gay man, I always thought it would be cool if conversion therapy actually worked, because I would do it. I'd be stupid not to, as long as it didn't take away any of my creativity and whatever. As long as it didn't change me as a person beyond just what what gives me a boner, I would definitely change it. I would go straight if I could, if conversion therapy worked. I don't even know, but this has always been a funny thing to me that they will encourage someone to change their gender. But if you're like, maybe I don't want to be gay, they're like, honey, that's bigoted. Just chop off your wiener. Fuck, man. That's crazy.
And the gay can be eliminated. He's not anti-gay. He just wants them to cease to exist as gay. They get to keep being human beings. He thinks there's no right to sodomy. Privacy laws don't protect everything, and he thinks that what sort of sex you have, it should be his to regulate. Sodomy, by the way, is anal or oral copulation, which I have it on good authority heterosexual folks engage in as well. 2022, he presented what was called the Don't Say Gay bill, outlawing any discussion of gender identity, sexual orientation, or related subjects, which was incredibly problematic because he ignored what the experts have to say about age-appropriate content and how critical it is, especially for kids under 10, which was his target, to have correct language in order to better report on and about sexual abuse. His policy, if it had been implemented, would have made it more traumatic for kids and more difficult for them to out their abusers, and easier for abusers to get away with it. Happily, it failed. In 2015, he blamed abortions and the breakup of the nuclear family.
Wait, what? Is anyone going to hate me if I rewind this for just a minute? Is he saying the Don't Say Gay bill would make it to where you can't report statutory rape or sexual abuse? That's definitely not true. It can't be true.
Not anti-gay. He just wants them to cease to exist as gay. They get to keep being human beings. He thinks there's no right to sodomy. Privacy laws don't protect everything, and he thinks that what sort of sex you have, it should be his to regulate. Sodomy, by the way, is anal or oral copulation, which I have it on good authority heterosexual folks engage in as well. 2022, he presented what was called the Don't Say Gay bill, outlawing any discussion of gender identity, sexual orientation, or related subjects, which was incredibly problematic because he ignored what the experts have to say about age-appropriate content and how critical it is, especially for kids under 10, which was his target, to have correct language in order to better report on and about sexual abuse. His policy, if it had been implemented, would have made it more traumatic for kids and more difficult for them to out their abusers and easier for abusers to get away with it. Happily, it failed.
That's bullshit. What, a kid can't tell somebody that they're getting butt fucked or something? What is that? Is not even true. No one is gonna fuck. What the fuck? Who is gonna not say that they're getting butt raped just because Ron DeSantis passed a bill? Are you fucking nuts? Oh God, please, am I interpreting this wrong? I don't want to rewind it again.
Still outlawing any discussion of gender identity, sexual orientation, or related subjects, which was incredibly problematic because he ignored what the experts have to say about age-appropriate content and how critical it is, especially for kids under 10, which was his target, to have correct language in order to better report on and about sexual abuse. His policy, if it had been implemented, would have made it more traumatic for kids and more difficult.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not going to rewind it again. That is actually fucking stupid and not true. So I pulled up the Don't Say Gay bill on another tab. We're not going to screen share to that and waste our time because this is fucking stupid.
For them to out their abusers and easier for abusers to get away with it. Happily, it failed. In 2015.
Because a kid can't talk about gay stuff, you think that they're going to be getting butt raped and be like, I can't tell my teacher that I'm getting gay butt raped because Ron DeSantis made it illegal.
He blamed abortions and the breakup of the nuclear family for school shootings. He also says the teaching of evolution is to blame for mass shootings because we've taught a whole generation, of couple generations now, of Americans that there's no right or wrong, that it's about survival of the fittest. And if you evolve from a primordial slime, what is that life of any sacred value? He wants student-led prayer back in school. So, Speaker, are you okay with Islamic prayers, satanic prayers, or just particular Christian prayer?
Look, those Islamic prayers, they're coming, buddy. I swear to God, these people, look, our country's getting invaded. And we're about to have what do they call it? Prayer, fucking whatever, prayer call, last call, where they fucking just stand out in the middle of the fucking street and start bowing on the fucking rugs and stopping traffic. And you think it's a BLM protest, but it's not. It's just Muslims praying and they got to face some fucking direction. Oh boy, it's coming. It's coming, guys. Wake up, America. Wake up. The country's getting taken from us.
He's opposed to the separation of religion and government, sometimes called the separation of church and state. He thinks that the founders only wanted to protect the church from the state and didn't want to protect the state from the church, citing the notorious lying pseudo-historian David Barton to support this view. He definitely seeks to impose his views on others. Now, some of you are saying, hang on, he's the Speaker of the House. He's not the Speaker of Christianity. Or, that's not my type of Christianity. Great. But what is your type? What's your type of Christianity like? Because there's a lot of them. How is it better? And how can we make sure that we get your better version than the one that Mike Johnson wants? He thinks his version is correct. So do you. Countless denominations without consensus. He's already got more power than my opponent has right now. So I don't know Andrew at all. I don't know what version of Christianity he's advocating for. I didn't bother to look him up. We literally just met and said hello as I sat down here. Is his version of Christianity better? I really hope so, because it'd be hard to get a whole lot worse. But they point.
It's a shame that Matt Dillahunty walked out on this debate, because I just realized as I hit my bowl, I swear to God, it's just CBD weed. It does not have THC in there. It's not a drug. This is something I bought at a gas station. Okay. Anyway, Matt Dillahunty, he just said he doesn't watch Andrew's stuff. He doesn't know. Well, had he prepared, had he watched Andrew's debates, he would know that Matt Dillahunty, you have the biggest upper hand right now, because Andrew Wilson cannot chain smoke inside of this fucking auditorium, okay? You had no idea that you had this man over a barrel and you walked out on this debate. You had this debate in the bag. This man normally smokes at least a half a pack of cigarettes per debate. And you ran out. It would have taken 10 minutes and this guy would be sweating for a fucking cigarette, but you couldn't just hold out.
To the same book. They point to the same Savior, the same history. Liberal and moderate Christians provide legitimacy and cover to hide the fundamentalists and to allow them to engage in Christian nationalism. Secular humanism allows you to be a Christian right up until you try to oppose it on others, and then you get to keep being a Christian. You just don't get to practice it in the way where you're imposing it on others. You can pray, you can go to church, you can tithe, you can worship, gather, share, discuss, convert, vote based on your values. You can vote against your own best interest. I see people doing all the time. You can teach your kids your values under secular humanism. The foundational principles of secular humanism solve conflicts with data, debate, and discussion instead of coercion, conversion, or conquest. There is no secular humanist sect and no denomination of secular humanists that's ever required someone to believe something that is not empirically verifiable, that's ever ordered the death of another person, that's ever ordered or acted to act or destroy property of any person or government, that has ever overthrown a democracy to impose a secular humanist regime, that's ever been connected with terrorist cells and activities, that's ever denied freedom of speech or expression, that's ever called for the deaths of people for criticizing secular humanism or any religious view, that has ever advocated for or inspired suicide bombers or terrorist attacks. Those things are simply not consistent in any way with the core values of secular humanism. There is no threat to Christians, Jews, Muslims, Scientologists from secular humanism. There might be from scientific skepticism and rationality if you're not able to actually demonstrate the truth of your claim. But life, freedom, and an equitable relationship are the foundation of secular humanism.
I mean, he has to. I'm no philosopher here, but he has to know that people that do act as secular humanists, or who would identify themselves as such, we could have people that disagree on what freedoms that they should have. You don't think that it's that easy to bring violence out of these people in the name of, they wouldn't say for secular humanism, but like whatever, for abortion or whatever the fuck. It's as simple as people disagreeing on what freedoms should be and where one person's freedom overlaps another person's freedom. That's like, it's people, this is highly debated stuff, and it can definitely bring violence from either side of this debate, even though, their rules may be that you intend for nonviolence.
There is no list of thou shalt not or thou shalts, because we recognize that nearly every attempt at such a list fails at some point as we learn more about our world and about getting better at understanding the world better, about doing better and being better in this life.
Bob D, what's up, bro? Thanks for coming back to is he the Colorado mayor? Is this question? Is this a joke question? You trolling me right now? I don't know if you're genuinely or making a joke that he looks like the mayor, or if you're typing this to say co-mayor, because I was a fucking idiot and I said and I thought it said co-mayor, like someone's a part mayor. You're like a co-worker or what, like, but it's Colorado. I'm a fucking idiot and I read that headline like a complete retard. Are you making fun of me or are you making fun of Matt Dillahunty? I got to know, Bob D.
The goal of humanism is a free and universal society in which people voluntarily and intelligently cooperate for the common good. If you have an objection to that or a better goal, what is it?
All right, thank you so much for your introductory statement. We're going to hand it over to Andrew Wilson for 10 minutes. So thank you for being here, Andrew, and the floor is yours.
You're welcome.
Here we go. Here we go, guys.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Andrew Wilson. I am the host of the one and only Crucible, the fastest growing debate channel on the internet. James, I just in case you didn't know. Appreciate that very much. Appreciate everybody being here. All of you are way too stodgy in this room. Very low energy. Just wanted to let all of you know that. Ladies and gentlemen of all pronouns, the Z's, the Zers, the hims, and hers, I would like to thank you for tuning in today for this exciting in-person conference on modern day debate. My name is Andrew Wilson. There's a few ways this debate can go. The topic is Christian ethics versus secular humanism. Which has a better foundation? The funny thing is, I already won that topic because, as Matt explained to Jay Dyer, he has no justification under the skeptical belief structure to give an accounting for any meta-ethical presupposition he may have. He just kind of grants himself stuff. He grants himself logic, he grants himself reason, he grants himself an entire worldview, even though he's using an unjustified starting position for it. So I'm not honestly all that interested in doing the God not real dough debate, because one, it's boring, and two, it's also really boring. It goes like this. I don't see enough evidence and remain unconvinced there's a God. Then I say, but you use a theistic worldview of justification like there is a God. You grant yourself.
Okay, so I hate to pause it too much, but he are we at disagreement? Did he get a bad email or something? Like, because he said the topic was, yeah, right here it says which has the best foundation at the top of this video. I'm assuming that's what the rest of that says, but the display behind them in the auditorium, this says up here,
Logic and everything else.
Will it not? This fucking thing. It says which will secular humanism beat Christianity? If you once I click off of this and you can see the title that's on this projector back here, that's what that says. It's a different debate topic, slightly it's different.
So instead of that, I'm just going to grant Matt's entire worldview. 2/3 or more of the planet of this entire planet are all operating inside of a shared delusion that they were created by a sky daddy who loves him some slavery and murderousness.
Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. This is probably the poll. This is probably the poll behind them. Yeah, so this is the debate topic. Which has the best foundation? I'm a fucking idiot. This has got to be the poll back here because it says 78% or so. I don't know.
He thinks it's funny to kind of cosmically with people. That's his deal, kind of his whole thing. That's Matt's worldview. So now Matt's right, and the question becomes, should we let them to continue to believe in this nonsensical Stone Age madness, or do we stop them from engaging in it? My contention is, even if God isn't real at all, that people acting as though he is still superior to whatever nonsensical egalitarian worldview Matt can come up with. See, Matt also just acts as though the things he believes are true. He believes, and therefore acts as though logic is real, math is real. Everything is real based on his presuppositional belief that they are real. You see, human flourishing, the cornerstone of Matt's ideology and that of secular humanism, is totally meaningless. Flourishing by whose metric? From my perspective, for instance, attempting to lie to people who claim men can be women isn't human flourishing. From Matt's perspective, it is. Why? Why should the collective of humanity lie?
Uh-oh, guys. Here we go. Matt Dillahunty did not like that. Andrew, you are being very naughty, sir. This was supposed to be a cordial, gentlemanly debate. And here you come with the anti-trans stuff. Sir, you need a spanking from Matt Dillahunty. He's leaving. If James doesn't bend you over this table and spank you, Matt Dillahunty is leaving, sir.
And say men can get pregnant. Why should they say that men can have periods? Things which are categorically and obviously false. That preserving homosexuality in society is good for human flourishing, even though they are reproductive dead ends.
Dude, I was just talking. I watched this, months ago. This was not fresh on my brain. But yeah, this is Andrew is fucking cooking right now, and fucking Matt is getting fucking heated.
And that Western society and egalitarianism is superior to those evil theist society, even though the Western nations can't even reproduce their own populations, but instead have to replace their population with foreigners from those theist nations that can reproduce. Let's start with a basic societal question recently asked of the West, who has now embraced a scientific and non-theistic approach to governing. Super basic question every kindergartner knows. If you don't believe me, go watch Kindergarten Cop. The question posed to the Western nation is, can a man be a woman? All right? To the question of if a man can be a woman, they say the answer is yes. And the way we will decree they can be a woman is by simply saying that woman now means male. Problem solved. Thank you, secular humanists. Thank you so much. Nope, not kidding. Why, you ask, would people be this over the top stupid? Well, it's simple. The good is the good, man. We have to do what's good for human society and human flourishing. If you don't call the
He's decided. He's like, I'm leaving. He put his fucking notepad down. He wrote his last thing, and he just said, you know what? I'm leaving.
deranged lunatics, something they obviously aren't, they might self-terminate. So in order to avoid that, we need to make everybody on planet Earth lie to them. This is human flourishing. Just redefine shit, pretend it's true. How laughably absurd this worldview is. Matt will often say, I remain unconvinced. Well, Matt, I'm also going to use your standard. I need for you to 100% convince me beyond a shadow of a doubt that males can have babies. What's the answer going to be? No, Andrew, you big stupid. Males can't have babies. Men can have babies, because we just defined man to include females, dummy. Well, Matt, I remain unconvinced. I'd like Matt to convince me that if you are a male and you are having sex with another male, which would not be allowed in my version of a secular humanist worldview, how is it that you're not just basically having sex with a guy with a wig on? I really want to know the answer to that question. Not just me, but all rational people who aren't lunatics also want to know why it's ma'am isn't a complete and total crock of garbage. Because I remain unconvinced that it isn't a total lie, and that these people don't just pervert the language to include their own perversions and then add human flourishing at the end.
He's typing out a draft for a tweet that says, I had to leave my first debate today because someone brought up trans people.
Matt has said he wouldn't make a law stopping 9-year-olds from having sex with each other. Not kidding. Now, I know this is going to sound a little bit totalitarian, but I would in fact create laws that made it a crime for a 9-year-old to have sex with their 9-year-old. I would hold the parents criminally liable for allowing this to happen in my evil authoritarian society, where I don't even let 9-year-olds have sex, or the parents go straight to jail for negligence. Now, I think that's better for human flourishing. I think maybe parents would be far less likely to let their 9-year-olds do that if they went to jail. Stupid me. Next, I would, in my authoritarian society, decree that all simulated sex acts in public were criminal offenses, and would make sure that all people went to prison for the crime of indecency, which doesn't assist with human flourishing. And
I forgot how good this fucking thing was. I forgot, you guys. This shit is fucking awesome.
like, no, why I'm wrong. Secular humanism can basically be whatever the hell you want it.
Just watch how you could tell he's texting people. He's calling a fucking Uber right now because he said, I'm fucking leaving.
It doesn't really need the principle of freedom or the starting axiom of freedom and peace in order to postulate whatever it wants. It's sloganeering. They're slogans. They don't mean anything. Okay?
He's calling an Uber. He's ordering a pizza. He's telling his friend at his house, he's like, pop that bottle of wine. I'm gonna need a drink when I get home. My Uber's on the way already.
Why do 9-year-olds need to be able to have sex in order to advance humanity? Why do we need to lie about a person's sex in order to advance humanity? Why are these things necessary for human flourishing? Why are decency laws bad? Why would Christian ethics stop flourishing when the theist mandate is to reproduce and the secular mandate is let's just all have sex and have fun, bro? That sounds way worse for human flourishing. In fact, I would say not reproducing is the worst possible thing for human flourishing, because if there's no humans, how do you flourish? So I guess, in essence, step 1, I remain unconvinced. Step 2, I need to be convinced, so I'm no longer unconvinced. And step 3, but God not real dough doesn't matter here. I've already granted it to still demonstrate just how stupid this ideology actually is. With that, I'll yield my time, and I'm happy to get into it.
Holy fucking shit. Bro, I swear to God, I did not remember that that's where he went with all this. This is exactly what I was saying a minute ago. That to encourage someone to be gay or trans and to not discourage it is and this is, again, I'm regretfully gay here. I'm trying to alert other people. I'm trying to tell you the inside scoop here, okay? It is a fucked up thing that I'm not going to be able to raise a family, and other people should view that the same way too if they care about human flourishing. You shouldn't be encouraging people to be infertile. That's just how, in what world is that truly supposed to be a positive thing? Andrew cooked the fuck out of this motherfucker, and he is already called an Uber.
Hey, James, I just sent you a message.
All right. We are going to kick it into an open discussion. So 50 minutes and let's kick it.
No, I don't think so. I'm not going to sit here and dignify the preparation that I went through.
Dignify. Here we go. Bro, I fucking hate when people do this. I've dealt with this today. Go look on my fucking Twitter. I was trying to talk to Pisco, and he was actually replying to me. And I actually was trying to, we were arguing about undocumented immigrants, okay? And I got called a troll. This is when people say, oh, I'm not engaging because you're a troll, or I'm not engaging because that would be dignifying. That's baby talk. You're supposed to be Mr. Debate guy who's not fucking scared of anybody. You could fucking demolish Andrew Wilson, or you can fucking run like a little bitch and pretend like you're standing up for something. Why don't you completely eviscerate this guy? I wouldn't doubt that this would have been, like I already said, Andrew Wilson has already, we're 20 minutes into this. He would have smoked 3 cigarettes by now. He is over there sweating, drinking coffee, and you could have taken advantage of that and totally got him on his fucking heels. But no, you are running like a bald little bitch, a bald little baby bitch.
And what people work here for.
You're so indignant.
Keep interrupting me.
I am.
Okay.
You're so indignant.
Would the moderator like to step in so that I can finish what I'm saying?
Please, Matt. Please. How dare someone have an opposing worldview?
I'm not going to sit here and dignify what was supposed to be a debate about Christianity versus secular humanism, which one's better for the world.
Yes.
With some.
Where did Andrew step outside of the debate topic? Holy shit. What a big bald pussy.
Someone who clearly showed up with an agenda that has nothing to do with that.
I just like
someone who refers to trans people as deranged lunatics who will self-terminate if you dare to question them.
How am I wrong, Matt?
Someone who misrepresents a quote from a debate where I said I wouldn't make a law about 9-year-olds having sex being legal with respect to the 9-year-olds, not that I was in any way in favor of it and that I was actually opposed to it, which I addressed during that debate. But moreover, this is not remotely an honest interaction on the front of whether or not secular humanism is valuable. Because this, when he presented his position here, has nothing to do with secular humanism. From the get-go, it's all about me. Matt thinks, Matt thinks, Matt thinks. I'm giving what Matt thinks, what Matt thinks, what Matt thinks, what Matt thinks.
Matt's position.
I came in with the Secular Humanist Manifesto. I came in with positions that aren't just merely my position.
Oh, well, as long as multiple people hold the position, it
This
makes it
guy's not
valid.
serious, and I'm leaving, James.
Dude, you big fucking bald pussy. This is what I forgot how angry this made me. This is insane. This could have been such a good debate. Andrew would last maybe 2 more minutes with the smugness. He needs a cigarette so goddamn bad. And you're about to go smoke a cigarette. Holy shit, bro.
James, if you want a refund, you
Well,
let me know.
good day, sir. And I'll cover your refund, Mr.
Cool.
Matt.
He just said he'd cover my
I
refund.
would cover his refund.
No. Nope. Nope.
Holy shit, dude. This is crazy. This is fucking crazy. No fucking way. I truly like this is an hour long, and I thought I couldn't remember if they even got into the back and forth. Matt Dillahunty barely made it through Andrew's opening statement, and he's already calling an Uber. That is fucking nuts, dude. 23 minutes, and he's already getting out of there. Bro, you know what? I just like he can't think that this is a good look, right? He like this is actually crazy. If he thinks that this is a good look, like he's fucking virtue signaling and leaving the debate because Andrew said that Matt Dillahunty's worldview fucking encourages LGBTQ stuff. That is could Matt Dillahunty truly not handle this debate? Like, is it because he's obviously not leaving because someone holds a shitty worldview? Matt Dillahunty 100%, probably 100 times, has talked to bigger bigoted retards on his show, calling in on the phone. For sure, he has dealt with people that have worse views than Andrew fucking Wilson. All this guy wants is a goddamn cigarette.
No, I'm not going to dignify a debate with someone who walked in to trash talk people and be smug and all of the things that he's being right now. He's already said he will cover my expenses. You don't have anything to worry about. This debate is over. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Jackass.
Did you call me a jackass, Matt? Well, you and your husband have a good day, man. Have a wonderful day, Matt. Yeah. Yeah. No, that was fine. I mean, if you're going to take a parting shot, I will too, Matt. Yeah. Yeah.
The thing is, my parting shot's correct.
No, your parting shot's correct.
Matt Dillahunty is about to go cry. He's got to be crying to this day. Every night when he goes to sleep, this has to come up in his brain. I walked out of a debate. He's sweating in his sleep. I walked out of a debate. He rolls over and his husband's like, honey, are you okay? Oh, fuck.
Oh, man, tough crowd. Tough crowd.
Looks like we're not going to have a headline debate. So I am sorry about that. And we do appreciate you coming.
What? Who?
No, you guys got to cover your.
You're saying Matt Dillahunty can't there's no reasoning with Jewish Christoids? Are you talking about you're defending Matt Dillahunty here? He doesn't that's the thing is that's the good thing about a debate like this is there's an audience. So this is the problem. You're not reasoning with if you hate the person you're debating that bad, you're not reasoning with him. You're reasoning with the audience. And unfortunately, walking out like a pussy, pretending that you have the moral high ground because you want to defend trans people, that is the biggest pussy move ever. I'm sorry. Apollonian Cat, whatever the fuck your name is, I appreciate you watching, but I don't know if that's your view that it's so you're just like, oh, this is Christian retardism, and so you can just walk out. Okay, you've signed up for a debate. You have an actual live audience of people that came to a little auditorium to watch you debate, and you walk out because the guy on the other side of the table points out that you promote trans stuff or you support it. That is just like, that's disgraceful, man. I've watched so many debates. I don't know how many debates you watch. This is just like, there's no way anyone, Matt Dillahunty or anyone on his side, can call this a win. I mean, he could easily stay there and show why Andrew Wilson is a bigot and completely stupid and he has it all wrong. That would be so simple, and I would be watching that right now. But instead, it's look at the screen, a one-sided debate. It's an actual one-sided debate. The one guy left because his literal panties are in a bunch.
Your own cost. Sorry.
So I agree that what Andrew said wasn't helpful in that. Well, hold on. Just let me actually talk. Is like I'm already addressing it, so and you want to interrupt me still? Really? Yeah. Self-control, please. So is Andrew, like, when you call people lunatics, it like that does come off as
The presentation of a correct worldview.
So, but at the same time, I can't help that Matt left. Like, I would like Matt to refute and explain to Andrew, like, hey, here's why calling people lunatics isn't an argument, and this is.
Wow, that I guess I'm not so crazy for thinking Matt Dillahunty should have just stayed and debated. Even James agrees with me. Holy.
Intellectually lowbrow. But I can't help that Matt left. I'm sorry about that. So if you want to email me, I'm at moderndaydebate@gmail.com. I could even give you my number if you want to email me first and we can talk. But I think we'd agree that, calling people names isn't an argument and it's lowbrow.
I didn't call anybody any
At
name.
the same time, my preference would be that Matt would kind of explain that for the internet to see. Like, I think that's why we've hosted these debates, is if there are bad arguments, that they'd be exposed to the world, like rebutted and exposed to the world. But I can't make Matt do something. So I am sorry that we don't appear to have a headline debate tonight.
We still have the Q&A.
You want to ask Andrew questions, dude?
If you guys would.
Yeah.
Dude, and this is how you know, this is why Andrew Wilson is the real MVP. This is why. This motherfucker, look how much more time. I'm probably not going to watch the rest of this video. And I think, didn't Matt Dillahunty do a response video? I truly have not watched that. And I've seen it places and never clicked. It's come up recommended. But maybe we'll check some of that out if we get through the Q&A. I can put this in 1.5 speed and get through it a little quicker maybe. But yeah, Andrew Wilson staying for the Q&A, and the audience is fucking pissed off at him, and he stayed. This guy earned my respect with this. He truly did, because this is crazy. And you actually stayed for the Q&A with this crowd that's fucking pissed off at you. And after this guy fucking walked out, and again, I said he's already craving a cigarette. If this was a normal debate, he smokes about one every 10 minutes. He'd be on his 3rd cigarette by now. He could just say, no, you know what? Matt walked out, so I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. Fuck this. But he's staying.
In the spirit of debate, you guys want to ask questions?
If you guys would like to engage with Andrew and challenge his calling people lunatics, I am open to that. If you guys would like to, go ahead and do it. Well, we do need to speak on the mic.
Yeah, I was to say we can have somebody speaking mic unless. All right, it's on you, buddy.
So it seems like you lost the debate. It seems like you didn't have an argument to begin with. So I'd like to know. So
Because I fled the debate stage?
Yeah, where's your
Fucking Natural Aspired, did you get permission to use the Bub Army logo in writing? No, I did not. Fucking Orbital Orbs, what's up? What's up? Thanks for coming back to the stream. It's all staged. You think so? What's up, guys? How's it going? No, I didn't get the permission to have the logo. I have it on my hat too. You can't see because It's a camo, fucking black and gray camo, but it's on there. No, I am gonna probably change my background soon. Actually, I'm gonna put some. I mean, Halloween's coming by September something. I'll have a whole fucking Halloween get up set up behind me. So anyway, it's gonna change sometime soon, probably. But yeah, thanks for asking. What did someone say something? They think does Bubba think that I'm trying to steal clout by having his Bubba Army flag behind me? Is that what you think? Yeah, I stream on Twitch. I'm live on there right now. I don't really I haven't been I don't even have Twitch the app on my phone or anything. I never go on Twitch, so it's there's normally like maybe one person watching on Twitch. As of now, it's normally fucking YouTube and Facebook. Most people are watching.
Degree in psychology to understand these like concepts.
You need a degree in psychology to know what a man and a woman are, sir?
Well, apparently you need.
Like, I'm serious. I'm going to toss people if this gets out of hand. Seriously. Like, don't care. I will carry you out myself. So,
bro, how is Andrew Wilson not like the most popular debater online? This is actually fucking nuts that he made Matt Dillahunty run out of there. That is actually, and this crowd is pissed. Listen to him threatening to fucking, James is going to have to carry people out himself. That's fucking crazy.
self-control. Okay. Andrew, you have to let them ask.
Okay.
Piss off everybody.
Okay, fair enough.
Including me. Like,
For what?
You have to let them actually ask the question.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay, fair. Go ahead.
Probably being personal. So I didn't hear an argument against secular humanism. I'm not necessarily on board with everything with the secular humanist manifesto. What specifically about the manifesto that he talked about do you find troubling?
It's all lies. It's literally based on non-reality being subjectively interpreted as whatever you want. You can make bold claims.
Specific, please.
I'm giving you a specific one. If you, sir, believe that a man can be a woman and you can think that you can gaslight the entirety, are you going to let me answer the question or no? If you want to try to gaslight the entirety of humankind, that this falsehood actually exists in descriptive reality, and then say, well, that's science, and we rule with science, we rule with our mind, we rule with our brain, that's absurd. It's absurd. How in the world can you want a doctrine like that to run your life? How?
Where is that in the secular humanist manifesto?
He has no descriptor for what is true. He has no justification for truth. Because he has no justification for truth, they can make up whatever they want as being a truth claim. In this case, they make up what is a man and what is a woman. Do you understand?
Yes, you're making the presuppositional argument that you have to ground all beliefs in your belief in God.
Which I also made that argument. I conceded his entire worldview to ask him one descriptive claim about reality, and he got so upset about the descriptive reality claim, he fled the room.
Well, you're being personal about it.
What was personal? When did I name anybody?
Your closing statement as he walked out, I hope you and your husband have a
Oh, you mean after he called me a name?
Which was very personal.
When he called me a name first.
Yeah, so
This guy asking the question is a big pussy too. I've seen him on Modern Day Debate before. Nothing he's ever said has ever impressed me, and he's bitching at Andrew because he said that Matt is going home to his boyfriend, but Matt was the one that made it personal first and called him a jackass. That is actually, this is a room full of pussies.
You're insulting his partner along with him.
No.
If he's insulting you, why don't you just direct it?
How can it be an insult if I'm giving you a descriptive, real, true statement? That's a real, true statement. How could you be insulted unless you know it's a lie? How?
All right, next one coming in. Good luck to you.
Hey, Andrew. I'm pretty religious myself. I tend to keep to myself. But one thing that I've always been listening to, or I can't really say the verse really well. I don't really remember it by heart, but it's had something to do with along the lines of don't give swine, or don't give pearls to swine because they wouldn't know what to do with it. Not to call anybody who doesn't believe in religion.
I think you just called the whole audience swine.
Yeah, sorry, not. Oh, that's just what the
Yeah,
I think that's just what the quote was. Basically saying don't push and try to convince someone if they're like unbelievers or they don't believe. So what kind of gets you fired up and want to try and tell them, your position,
So my position has a requirement in truth. It's one of the commandments of Christianity. It's one of the 4 things that we should focus on is what is true. And yet people make these ridiculous descriptive claims and expect us. Look how pissed off some of these people are. Because I told the truth. What in the world did I say? That was not true. Nothing. There was nothing I said, which is untrue. And yet they're still that upset. Over what? Because they don't have truth. There is no truth on their side. It's all a bunch of lies and a facade. And so when you tell them what's true, they malfunction. They go into NPC mode. I was told man can be woman. It's insane. They can't. It's nuts. It's nuts.
Yeah, I just think that that go like hand in hand. Like religion and secular humanism can go hand in hand if like you kind of just like, you're not totally right, you're not totally wrong, but you know, we're in America, you can live the way you want. I do have a personal problem when you try to force it, regardless if it's, you know, religion or secular humanism, when you try to force your beliefs and tell them like, oh, you're a bigot if you don't believe this, or you're delusional if you don't believe this and stuff. But you know, it's just let's all get together, be friends, you know.
I'm not adverse to people having the most radical for me worldviews on planet Earth. I debate with them all the time professionally. Okay, all the time professionally. Talk to them from all over the world. I don't run away from their views. I don't run away if they say they find they're mean. I tangle with them and their ideology, and I destroy it because it's wrong. It's a wrong ideology. Matt knew what was coming. The next thing was just a simple question, and it would have led, unfortunately for him, to a place that nobody likes to go because societally it's become uncomfortable to tell the truth. And his ideology clearly promotes the discomfort in telling the truth. There is truth. There's objective truth. Like, at what point are we going to decide, you know, that a 400-pound guy is skinny because he says he's skinny? Like, come on. At some point, we have to use what he calls rationality and reason. Right?
All right, next question. Hey, Andrew. So you just mentioned truth 80 times.
God damn, bro. He is really on this stage cooking by himself. This is like watching the cooking channel. This is Chef Andrew Wilson whipping up something real fucking spicy for us.
It's true. It's true. It's true. Can you describe to us your process for finding truth?
Yeah, so the same as all Christians. We gain.
Is it hats off? Another live stream from DMS. Nice. Thank you. If you're actually a real person, I noticed you have the same profile picture as Orbital Orbs, and that is very suspicious to me. But it's okay. I don't care if you're Holyoke Joe or if this is a fucking Hootie looking for Carrie Underwood. It's okay. Look, everybody watching, there is some real strange drama type of stuff that's just been happening in my chat the past few days. People with random profiles, fake profiles, multiple profiles. It is very scary. Anyway, yeah, let's get back to the show here. I'm sorry.
Truth through divine revelation, the belief in God, church history. We have all sorts of different metrics that we can use, which I'm happy to get into with somebody during a debate. Could have brought all those things up. I would have been happy to go through each one of them. And absolutely, we can use these scriptures for what is true. But even in the comments, I don't think you and I would disagree in just the way that we kind of look at things, what might be true or not true. You know, I think we can both look at a tree, for instance, and say, you know what? That's a tree. The problem is when somebody goes, no, it's not, man, it's a rock. And I go, no, wait, no, it's not. You know what I mean? And they try to gaslight you into believing that it is. That's insanity. To me, that stuff is insane. It's just pure insanity.
One of the ways that you mentioned that you find truth is through divine revelation.
Mm-hmm.
If two people have conflicting divine revelation, how would you find truth between them?
Yeah, so that's a good question for Protestants. So Protestants, for instance, I ask the Protestants the same exact question. If you're imbued with the Holy Spirit, you're imbued with the Holy Spirit, and you're both reading the same passage, and you come up with completely different answers to what that passage means, how do you know who's telling the truth? How do you know which one of you is right? So it's the same exact criticism that I have. Luckily for us, we have church history. We have church history and apostolic succession. So we actually know what the Bible says right from the very beginning through apostolic succession. We don't have any disagreement because we yield to the authority of the church, who's in universal agreement.
Except based on interpretation. When you
based on interpretation.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the interpretation that you think that my church holds that you disagree with?
I don't know what specific beliefs.
Well, then why would you even open your mouth about it? It makes no sense.
Because there are different interpretations. So he asked you, this is where Andrew Wilson has a kink in his armor. He asked you, what if divine revelations are different? And he's saying, oh, well, no, we have whatever the fuck the term was. He has the whatever record showing what the Bible supposedly truly says or whatever. And the guy goes, okay, well, even if you say you think that is the legitimate revelation, people can interpret the revelation differently. And yeah, Andrew is having problems with this refutation, and this Matt Dillahunty could have exposed this easy as this person did in the crowd, but instead he walked out.
I'm good. Right. Another question from Ozian. Come around there.
That's the final question. So is it true that the topic today was, will secular humanism beat Christianity, or was it about transgender?
No, the topic today was secular humanism versus Christian ethics. Christians have an ethical duty to tell the truth. And the secular humanist does not. As I just demonstrated live to everybody, they have absolutely no duty to tell anybody the truth about anything. None.
Well, I think everybody can see on screen what the debate topic is, and what he said was not the truth.
It says, no, that was not the debate topic even just an hour ago. Even just an hour ago, that was not the debate topic. So.
Okay, so I don't feel so fucking stupid. Earlier, that's what I was asking. I was like, why does the debate topic, the title of this, say Christianity versus secular humanism, which has the best foundation or something like that? That's the debate topic for this, right? Best ethical foundation. And then the board behind him says, will secular humanism beat Christianity, which is just a fucking completely retarded wording. But I thought it was maybe the poll that they asked who was going to beat who in the debate, maybe. And it says 80 some percent. The percentage keeps jumping around like people are voting. Maybe they're going to sort this out right now. And I should have just kept the video playing.
So,
to be fair, that is a question, regarding to the debate. But yeah, we will carry on the questions there.
Given that this clearly wasn't the topic and you've been bodied on the issue before, including by Nominal Naomi a year ago, why not
that dude got wrecked
on a new topic instead?
Okay, so first of all, I literally went through and said, these people have no justification for their beliefs at all. Gone after that. I went on to further explain, here's how I can demonstrate that they have no justification for any of their claims. Here's how I can demonstrate they don't have truth on their side. Because I can show an example in real time of these people completely and totally lying to you. Totally lying to you. And so many of you in the audience are like, how dare you? I'm not saying anything incorrect here. You're being lied to. I'm sorry.
That's also not how myself or the commenters on those videos remember it.
Yes, it is.
We have to make sure that you're speaking to the mic, or otherwise the online audience can't hear you.
Do you want to come back on up?
All right. The commenters on this video, he said that they were hold on, let's see what happens in the comments, because I didn't bother to look Andrew up. Big mistake. Oh, fuck. It's the shortest debate on YouTube. If Andrew has a superior ethical foundation, explain how he could murder Dillahunty in such a brutal way. Oh, fuck. That should be the top comment. That should be the top comment. Come on. This guy really said the people in the comments are gonna fucking really disagree with you, buddy. Andrew versus the room. Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh, fuck, man. This is so funny. Matt Dillahunty, how did you think that this would look good for you? Matt, when he debates Christians, I'm going to offend you. Matt, when he gets offended, I can't handle the mean things he said to me. Oh, fuck. This restores half of these are probably bots. I get it. The internet, the dead internet theory. These are all fucking bots, basically. But I'm glad at least the bots agree with me. No, some of these people are real. And I'm glad that I'm not the only fuckboy on here that's like, wow, what a pussy for walking. Secular humanism has left the chat. Oh, fuck, man. Oh, fuck. Oh, God, the chat, the comments are beautiful.
That's not how myself or the commenters on those videos are.
Well, Nominal Naomi got obliterated on that topic. And if you'd like the video evidence, I've got 7 times the views that Nominal Naomi had, and Nominal Naomi backed out of a second debate with me. Just letting you know. Just letting you know.
Do we have any other questions from anybody in the chat or our audience here at the chat? See, I'm still in moderation mode. My brain's gotten fried from all the traveling, and that just happened. So that's a little bit exciting, isn't it?
I'm not going to rewind it. Maybe he was talking about the comments from a different video. I thought what he was just saying, what he said, like just now, they were talking about comments on another video. But I thought just before he mentioned the comments on this video would disagree with Andrew, but I could be fucking stupid. Either way, I'm glad we read the comments because they're pretty fucking funny.
Well, we are sorry, of course, that things didn't go to plan. Not sure if anybody's got some questions in the live chat or if anybody wants to come forward for more questions. But if not, then we'll wrap it up, I think, at this point. If you had anything else you want to say there, James? Well, you do have the poll. We do have the poll. That is correct.
So, go ahead, Ryan.
Okay.
Not the
All right.
poll.
If you're no longer
The poll.
but you were earlier, but now you're like, well, I lean this way now. You can vote now if you didn't vote earlier because you were neutral. Does that make sense? Okay. Go ahead.
All right. So, show of hands. Who here has been swayed by the secular argument? Well, and what's secular coming in? Let's see those hands. We'll take the ones that were secular, or if you changed your mind, leave it down. That's fine. No, that's fine. I mean, I thought we were going to try to figure out who's actually swayed here, so we need everybody. If anybody hands go up that didn't go up for the other side last time, then we'll know. And have you been swayed by the arguments for Christianity? Let's see a show of hands.
Do they
Okay,
keep
there's
asking
results. And also, if
questions?
you're watching online, you can vote on our poll there. You can see that it's shifting ever so back and forth as people are placing their bets and votes. So we're going to close that out in a second. And thanks, everybody.
One thing I do want to do is in case there are any online questions, if people are interested in hearing it.
Sure. Did you guys want to? Yeah, let's do that. Where is my phone? That's a good question. I need my device to pop these up, guys. There it is. Oh,
Bro,
bear with me there, live
chat,
audience. We've had a little
the
mishap.
chat is fucking destroying. The chat is going off on Dillahunty. Oh fuck.
App here. It's not going entirely planned, but we're making it work. All right. Yeah, I got the fan chats here. So just give me a second. We'll read some of those out if it loads.
But if I got a mic.
Oh, you want the mic? No.
So I do think I mentioned, Andrew, that not only is it like intellectually lowbrow, but as a fellow Christian, calling people lunatics, it doesn't seem productive. So for me as a Christian, like I have to say that I trust.
Dude, this is, I mean, I don't even know how long ago was this. I've seen people say worse shit on this channel. Give me a fucking break. When was this? What's the date? What the Okay, so a lot of comments are 9 months ago. I don't see a fucking date on here because I'm retarded. Maybe that's why I can't see it. Oh, wait. Yeah, 9 months ago. Here we go. I'm used to watching on my phone. That's why. But anyway, 9 months ago, that's funny because Andrew Wilson, I thought looked a lot younger than 9 months younger. Anyway, I have definitely seen people say worse shit just in the fucking super chats than saying someone is a lunatic. These people, this is kind of crazy because I think it is actually, in the zeitgeist, in the air, people are truly overly sensitive to the trans topic just to even fucking talk about it. And if someone has an opinion on it at all that isn't pro, it's like people go, come on, we really got to talk about that. Oh, I don't want to talk about that. Let's just skip that. That's fucking nuts. 9 months ago, couldn't even say what Andrew said. I won't repeat it.
To you as a fellow Christian. And when you call people lunatics, you can see why I'm kind of like, okay, this is not. Now, is it true that online, sometimes there are, you could say, I don't want to paint with broad brushstrokes. There are some pockets of secular people that might say like, oh, Christians are delusional. And I get how that's like basically them calling them lunatics. I'm not painting with broad brushstrokes. That's pockets of secular people. So, but in either case, I think we both agree, like calling someone a lunatic or calling them delusional, whatever it is, whatever insult it is, like it's not fruitful. It's, you know what I mean? It's not edifying. It's not spiritually like encouraging someone or building them up. So for me as a Christian, I'm just like, why, Andrew?
Because it's true, James.
I can understand if you come.
That's why, like, because it's true.
But
that's why.
So, but like I said, in terms
of fuck, no one can handle this, Andrew. Good job, dude. I can truly. I don't agree. For sure, I was already saying Andrew was wrong about something a minute ago. I don't agree with everything Andrew says, but I can truly respect this. Andrew literally taking on the whole fucking room, and the people, even his debate opponent and others are just leaving in droves because they can't handle what he's saying. He's actually not even trying to be shocking. He's saying something he believes. It's actually his opinion. It'd be one thing if he was like doing some character or something. This is actually the real Andrew Wilson. Grow up, people.
of the barbed approach, though, is that there are some Christians that have conservative theology, including me.
Willie Todd. I'm just seeing. I don't consider myself a Christian, but I enjoy Andrew. Yeah, dude, me too. I'm not a Christian either. I like to see good debates, dude. And it's a damn shame that Dillahunty left. I would love to watch them truly spar at it. No one threatening to leave or pretend that someone is too much of a bigot to talk to them. The stupid thing is this is the problem. Like the person in the comments said, they quoted Matt Dillahunty, how Matt said, I never looked up Andrew before. This is the issue. You were unprepared. That's what it was. Had you looked up Andrew's stuff, you would know that this is standard Andrew Wilson. He left under the pretense, or the excuse that he won't dignify Andrew Wilson by having a debate with him. He's not going to continue this back and forth because that's dignifying. Well, dude, you're already on stage with him. You leaving like a big fucking bald pussy. And I'm telling you, I love Matt Dillahunty too. You leaving like that dignifies him even more. You've already dignified him by being on stage with him. You were unprepared. You already fucked up by not looking this guy up, and you would know this is just how Andrew Wilson feels. And if you go to this debate, you will have to contend with this. And he was unprepared, so he gets there and runs like a pussy, dude. That's like, you fucked up, bro. Don't pretend you're like more dignified and whatever. You were unprepared, and you made Andrew look 10 times as good by leaving, but you already made him look like a worthwhile debater by agreeing to this. You fucked up all around. Matt Dillahunty completely fucked up on this debate.
Well, come on. And, they'll state what they believe, but they won't go further to offend. I mean, for example, like the gospel, like we know what that means. Like this idea that Jesus died on the cross for people, that's already offensive. And so which I don't mind, if people are offended by that, I don't mind.
They can take all of our symbols, destroy them, take them out of everywhere. They can go online. They can deface our Lord. They can do any horrible thing to us that they can possibly imagine. But lo and behold, we tell the truth. Why allow us to do that? Why allow us to do that? That's where we should draw the line.
I've said my piece. You do have objections from online. So some of these might be for Matt.
Okay, so they got some online questions. I guess the audience has left because they're all angry. I won't, you know what? I'm going to stop myself from saying something. But anyway, they're all angry people and they left. So, but they have, I guess we got some super chats here. Let's see if this is going anywhere. If not, I'll look at it. I don't think I can pull up. I don't have time for Matt Dillahunty's response video. You know what? And just out of, just to symbolize how I feel about this, I think we should not watch the Matt Dillahunty response video. You could go watch it on your own time or something. I think we should skip it because he had his chance to respond here on the stage. Why do I have to go click another video to know your response to this? That is stupid.
In which case, Matt obviously is not here to respond. So I'm not going to read if it's from Matt because I don't want to read something he can't respond to. This one is from, let's see. Actually, a lot of these are more of these are from Matt than I expected.
People are just sending questions. Matt, where did you go? That's what all the questions for Matt. Where are you? What kind of pizza did you order when you were sitting on stage ignoring Andrew Wilson? Did your Uber come and get you yet?
Let's see.
Willie Todd, Andrew, but not Matt. You're saying personally, or is this also Holyoke Joe who happens to watch Andrew Wilson stuff? I don't know. You're saying you know him like you watch his stuff?
I'm
an Orthodox Christian.
I don't think the questions that we have from online are substantive or related. So if anyone has questions in the in-person audience, otherwise I think go ahead.
Bro, substantive or related, bro, they're roasting Matt. For sure, that's what that means. James said, we'll read the online questions because we got some online questions, but if they're, we'll read the ones for Andrew. And then when he read through them, he said, wow, there's a lot more here for Matt than I thought. And then he's like, I won't read these because they're not dignified. Bro, everybody's trashing Matt Dillahunty. That's why you won't read it.
All right, over to you.
Do you think that Jesus Christ would be proud of your behavior tonight?
I think that anybody who values truth at all of any kind would not have a single dispute with what I said, which is just objective reality. Descriptive, objective. It's no different than me saying the paint's white. Like, do you think Jesus Christ would be okay with you saying the paint's white? Yeah, dude, it's just objectively true.
But if you're like a prick about it, I mean.
I started, so it started as me being the prick. I didn't call anybody a jackass. I didn't personally insult Dillahunty. Didn't say a word about anything about Dillahunty related at all. There was nothing, nothing.
Fuck.
Yeah.
All these people in the audience are the biggest pussies ever.
Hi, Andrew. This is less of a question and more of a statement as a follow-up to what his question was.
Make sure to have loads of unrighteous
Sorry.
indignation.
I'm trying to ask a question.
Give me the most of that.
Sorry. I'm trying to ask a question.
Make sure it sees
so
and drips.
I do remember Jesus saying something like, "The least you do to."
This sounds like that Leopus guy, that nerdy guy with the weird fucking hair, who just like looks fucking weird. This guy annoys the fucking shit out of me. I can't stand watching his debates. Anytime I've seen this guy on modern day debates, it just really, he does the whole fucking straw man thing. He misrepresents his opponent's views on shit. It's just so cheap.
My people, you do to me.
Mm-hmm. So I told him the truth then. that's what Jesus would be bad at.
So I am curious on your perspective.
Fucking idiot. That Leopus guy is a fucking idiot. God damn it. I mean, he's probably knows more stuff than me, but he's goddamn socially retarded.
Of how far is too far? Like, for example, like I go to a lot of like comic conventions and stuff, and all the time I always see like a group of Christians always saying, "You guys are worshiping idolatry. Y'all are going to hell." And I myself am pretty religious, but I just go there for fun. Would you? I mean, they may or may not, by their perspective, they're telling the truth, but many others might not believe that. But I guess the question is, how far is too far? Like,
I think that was just walking over to him and saying, "Do you think a rock is a rock and a tree is too far?" I don't think that's too far. I think that walking over to him, maybe and making threats or trying to do horrifying things to them, I think that's too far. But I think asking a basic question or saying something that's descriptively true, like thing X is thing X and thing Y is not thing X, I think that's fine. Why would they even get upset about it?
Yeah, but I mean, it's like going out of your way.
And if you got the XX, you ain't got the XY.
I mean, for some people, it's just a hobby, creating something and just enjoying the time. And then having someone on a megaphone just saying, "You guys are all going to hell because y'all are dressing up." I mean, if that's the case, everyone who dresses up for Halloween would go to hell. I mean, people who dress up as Santa Claus during Christmas time, they should go to hell.
And pretend inside your scenario for a second that you disagree with these people. And so they get a representative for them, one of the best representatives for their ideology they possibly could. And then they set up some kind of like area where that representative and then a representative from the other belief were able to go. And there was like some guy who was like moderating it. And then both of them could hash it out and determine who was right. Like, what if we had that? What if we had a situation like that? But then still,
we could have had that tonight, but we didn't.
Somebody could become so offended, right? Just by a claim against their truth value that they run off. Why would you believe them? Why would you believe them?
Integrity.
What about it is integrity to lie to people? What's integral about that?
You just lied.
About?
He listed it right there, the 9-year-old thing that you commented.
Oh no, would you like to see the video?
Yeah, I'd love to.
I have it queued right here. Okay, what did he say?
He made the argument that he would not be in support. Sorry.
Come on, everybody. Come on over.
He very plainly stated, I think it was with Hikikachu, is that right? Yeah.
Mhm.
He was in a discussion with Hikikachu where Hikikachu goes on to say, you said something that he clearly didn't say. He was making the claim that you have claimed that it's perfectly fine for 9-year-olds to hook up. This was not the case.
No,
not even close.
This was in the debate with Daniel where he got up and got in Daniel's face, or kind of did.
Also, sorry to interrupt, but out of the two of them, between Daniel and Dillahunty, who do you reckon is more in favor of fucking kids?
I have no idea. I don't pay attention to Daniel, but in that particular debate, to respond, here's what actually happened. And I'll tell you what, if I'm wrong about this, I will personally send you $50. Personally. Here's what actually happened. What actually happened was he said, yes or no, Matt? Yes or no, Matt? Is it okay? Or would you make laws? Sorry, he says, would you make laws? Would you make a law saying 9-year-olds couldn't have sex with each other? By the way, that's what I referenced in here too. Would you make a law saying 9-year-olds can't have sex with each other? And he said, if I have to do the yes or no thing, then no, I wouldn't make that law. That's what was referenced. That was what was referenced.
And what was the follow-up?
What was the follow-up? Tell me.
He said that he didn't support 9-year-olds having sex. But even you said a similar thing when you were talking with Matt.
Yeah, so if it's that easy to clear up, why can't Matt Dillahunty stay there like a man and clarify his quote, his beliefs? Is it that fucking hard? Am I missing something? if the audience can explain Matt's position that easily, Matt couldn't do that.
You said you would hold the parents negligent.
And the children.
So you would put 9-year-olds in jail.
Wouldn't put them in jail.
Then you don't hold them criminally responsible
Listen,
as 9-year-olds.
listen.
So you don't support criminal
Stop.
laws for 9-year-olds.
What you're saying here is not whether or not. And by the way, you can have a criminal law when nobody goes to jail. What are you talking about?
Do you think even under Christian ethics?
No.
do you think
Respond to my
under
first.
Christian-
Stop. I've answered your questions. Answer one of mine. Do you have to go to jail when you're held criminally liable for something?
We do not. No, you do not.
No.
No, you do not.
No.
We do not hold children criminally liable, even under Christian ethics. I think
Right.
it's 13 years
So
old.
it passes
correct?
over to the parents. The parents go to prison for negligence,
Okay,
for being
so
negligible.
even you agree with Matt that you would not hold the children themselves criminally
Well,
liable.
if you
you
can
would
show
hold
me the clip
parents.
of Matt saying the parents should go to jail for the kids having the sex, I'd love to hear
He
it.
does not ask that question.
Yeah, but what do you think he would say if he was?
I don't know.
Right. Well,
He'd have to ask
he
that.
could have asked. He could have
He said
responded.
he doesn't support it.
He says, "You took me out of context. Why didn't he contextualize it? We could have got into it."
And I may agree with.
Wow. Someone said it. Why didn't he stay so he could clarify it, contextualize it?
You that maybe the parents
Why?
should be held responsible for what the kids
Why
do.
get mad at me? I didn't leave the debate.
Well, you do.
Oh, I knew what I was doing.
Audience wouldn't know what actually was said. It's the wrong audience.
First of all, I was correct about what he said. I was correct about what he said. That's what he said in that interview.
Dude, it is so funny. It is so funny. These are other guys from the debate channel and stuff. Some of these guys in the audience. It is so hilarious how they think that it's so clear that Andrew Wilson lost this debate. It is hilarious that any of these people are on Matt Dillahunty's side for forfeiting a debate and walking out. That is actually insane. That is so crazy.
In that exchange. Later, you say
you were correct.
Yes, I was correct.
Yeah. So if we're gonna keep having back and forth, we're gonna have to come on up.
We just had this discussion with you, and you maintain that you're correct.
Not only am I
that you
correct,
accurately
but
represented
unabashedly
what
I'm
Dillahunty
correct.
said,
Yes.
and that it was a good idea to
Mhm.
make that misrepresentation, not only in front
It
of
wasn't a
the audience, but also in front
misrepresentation.
of an
It wasn't a
audience.
misrepresentation. That's his exact words. You say clarified later, but even the clarification does not get to the heart of what I responded to, which is the negligence that you would hold the parents to. If you would make a law saying
Right.
9-year-olds
So if you
can't
and
do this,
Dillahunty agree,
how do you know we
yeah.
agree?
It sounds like you do.
Well,
because
tell
you're
me,
sounding like,
us,
oh, the parents should
tell the
be held
audience how we agree.
You just made the claim
Mhm.
that the parents should be held accountable, right?
Sure.
Dillahunty would believe. I can only
How do we
say-
know he's not here?
Just based on past comments.
Oh, based on past.
Based upon what was said at the time,
Oh.
I would suspect, can't speak on his behalf, but would suspect that he would make the claim that, yeah, parents should be held accountable if there's some sort of negligence.
I
that
can't
might
argue with what you
happen, right?
suspect, unfortunately. I could have argued with his actual position, but he left. So
What do you think his actual position
I think
was?
that he would say no, that he would not actually criminalize the parents, even for 2 consenting 9-year-olds to have sex. That's what I believe he would say.
Okay.
Dude, he might be right too. I bet honestly, I don't. God damn it. It's already 10:15. I don't have time to watch Matt Dillahunty's fucking fuckboy response video that he could have just said during the debate. I don't have time for it.
If 2 9-year-olds,
He probably answered this question in the response video, though. That's the fucked up part.
if 2 9-year-olds, I think in his worldview, were to do that deed, I do not think that he would hold the parents criminally responsible for that. No, I don't think he would.
Okay. I cannot possibly fathom why you would bring it up at all.
Because he said
if that was your contention, because that is so far from a big issue that might have to do with secular humanism.
Well, next time you can do the debate.
Given that seems to have some particulars around whether or not should the parents be held responsible, to what extent were the parents involved, and so forth, because muddy.
It's not
I'm
muddy.
trying to figure out why exactly it is that you would bring it up at all, except for the express purpose of misrepresentation.
What did Christian
I don't
nationalism
think-
have to do with the debate then?
I'm sorry?
What did Christian nationalism have to do with the debate then?
Christian nationalism.
Yeah, he brought up Christian nationalism and went off about a congressman, or I'm sorry, somebody's going to be the Speaker of the House. He went off on that for like, I don't know, 5 minutes.
Yeah, because this is an ethic that's being brought forward by people
Oh,
who consider
I
themselves to be
see. So
Christian.
I see.
So if you have some different ethics from that, which I
Uh-huh.
know that you don't, if you have some different ethics from that system, maybe you can present them to
Like
us.
I just did, and explained emphatically that we value truth, and that I don't believe that under his system they do.
It
He
sounds like
he brought
your
up as an
truth-
example an institution or the formings of an institution, Christian nationalism, to criticize as an argument, as an example of something he would be contrary against. I brought up similar examples the other direction. I didn't flee when he criticized Christian nationalism. I didn't.
Dang. Andrew is truly cooking this whole fucking audience too. All of these fucking amateur debaters that fucking came to watch Matt Dillahunty eviscerate Andrew Wilson. They watched Matt Dillahunty get stomped and then crawl out of the room. And now they are just pissed and they're all getting sniped one by one.
Run out of the room when he criticized my worldview. I didn't do any of those things.
I'm trying to figure out how your idea of truth is different from your opinion backed up by an all-powerful friend who knows everything.
I granted that even if my opinion was nothing more than me appealing to Sky Daddy, then it's just subjective relativism and is every bit as valid as his.
Subjective relativism. Your moral system isn't subjective. It isn't objective.
Right.
It is dependent upon command.
Right, but let us assume for a second that I grant you that I'm just living under a delusion. And the delusion is that I believe in a sky fairy and I'm totally delusional about the entire thing. If that's true, even if that's true, then still from a subjective relativist position, it's just as valid as their position. It's just as valid. So if it's just as valid and I just say something to him like, well, I don't believe in that shit, just based on whatever my own opinion is, how's it less valid than his?
Subjectivity and objectivity are not operating in the same way as taking divine command as the basis of your
Yeah, I granted that already.
And moral system.
Yeah, I granted it.
I'm not sure how it is you can claim that there's some sort of...
Let's pretend that I made up an entire ethical system and just said there was a God I didn't even believe in.
Someone did.
Let's just say that, okay? Let's just say that that's true. It's just as valid as whatever relativistic bullshit this guy comes up with. Same, just
I'd
as
like
valid.
to see some evidence for you to back up that your system is just as valid as somebody who's basing their
And
ethics or their information
what kind of
on
like
objectivity or
right? What kind of empirical evidence?
These guys are talking past each other. This guy is not picking up what Andrew Wilson is laying down right here.
Do you think we could demonstrate? Like, could we maybe measure? Could we maybe measure like the objective truth of things? Like, would we start there? Would we start with what we think might be true?
We could.
We could.
You won't.
I did.
I don't think so.
I did. I granted his worldview and acted as though I was a secular humanist who just decided that I believed in these views because I thought they made more sense.
Beneficial versus valid. You're saying your view is valid, but is it beneficial? Is it useful? Does it have utility?
Yes, I think it's maximum utility to not lie to people. I think that has the maximum utility. I think it has maximum utility not to hold people emotionally hostage and tell them that
he is fucking sniping all of these people.
We will self-terminate if you don't validate an identity you know is a lie. That is the worst thing you can do.
Yeah. Do you have positive relationships with your family members? Like, I'm just asking, like, do you have people that love you in your life?
Oh, fuck. Oh, that question is very funny, but it's not funny for the reason that this audience thinks it's funny. They think it's funny because they think it's a dig on Andrew Wilson. The question is actually funny because it makes so obvious how all the people in the audience are bitch-made little motherfuckers. You know, their parents and people cater to delusions and shit to the extent that when someone just is spitting truth, they all get so triggered that they think everyone must hate this guy for saying that a man can't be a woman, right? I bet your family hates you. That is so crazy.
I don't. It's a sad tale.
Okay. Well, then I can understand your worldview better.
It's a sad tale.
Well, we got another.
Oh, I just will note that when we took the second vote, at least one person that voted for the Christianity worldview did not vote the second time.
Oh, well, then I guess in the opinion of the biased people in the room, then that means I lose then. Wow.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I stormed out. I got up and ran out. I fled the debate. I was unwilling to engage. It was all me. It's all my fault. Right. What a bunch of cope. What a bunch of cope.
No. I think we're done. Anyone? All right, we're gonna wrap it up there.
We're done with this guy. Holy fuck. You guys are pussies. You guys are such pussies. I'm gonna like this video. Modern day debates. You guys, sometimes it gets real crazy over on this channel. If you don't already watch this channel, it's good as fuck, for real. Let me see. Okay. His response thing should pop here. Okay. I walked out of another debate. Let's see where this goes.
Building your online business? Go to Wix.com and set up your...
This motherfucker will probably hit me with a copyright infringement. I don't give a fuck at this point.
The Atheist Debate Patreon Project presents. I walked out of another debate? Yes, in fact, I did.
Oh, so I guess this motherfucker has a habit of doing this? Another debate you walked out of? Or is he just pretending like he does this once in a while so it doesn't seem like as big of an L for you to run from Andrew Wilson?
Hey, everybody, welcome to what's kind of a debate review. And I know that there are people who are asking questions about where the rest of the debate reviews, that they're actually coming. Right now, the plan is to do like 3 or 4 debate reviews in December. But I wanted to talk about this one because I agreed to a debate And then it was at DebateCon 4, something that's put on by Modern Day Debates. It was kind of a debate convention, a weekend-long thing in the Dallas area. And originally, I wasn't going to be at DebateCon 4, but my schedule opened up. And what I did was I talked to James, who's the organizer, and he sent me a message basically saying, hey, I've got this guy who wants to debate. His name's Andrew. He's a little controversial, but I think it'd be a good debate. Would you like to debate secular humanism versus, theism or Christianity? And I replied that I specifically wanted to find someone who was willing to defend the Bible in particular, the biblical version of Christianity, as the better path to a better world. And within more than a short amount of time, James replied to me and said, oh yeah, he agrees to that. And I was like, cool. Now, what happened between the time that we had that discussion and when the debate actually occurred, I did another debate with Modern Day Debates, which I walked out of. It was an online debate, not an in-person one. And that debate was also supposed to be about secular humanism versus Christianity. But the person who did that debate didn't defend Christianity, did not keep to their word. They were basically a globe skeptic, often referred to by some as flat earthers, and also a bit of a conspiracy theorist. So instead of, we've already done a review about that debate, but this had been a trend because when I am getting ready to do debates, I don't do research on my opponent. Quite frankly, most debates I show up barely knowing the person's name and having never looked them up. And people are like, oh, I don't
That's your bad, bro.
believe that, or that's just silly. Why would you do that? Well, it turns out it perhaps is a little silly. And as I noted in the review that I did for the debate with Howard, I'm going to stop doing that. I'm actually going to make sure that I'm at least doing some sort of a surface investigation of who I'm debating. My reasons for not researching my opponent were based on a few principles. Number one, I have a great deal of respect for the debate process. And one of the things is to make sure that we're honest. I am very science-minded. There's a great video that Neil deGrasse Tyson just put out the other day talking about the alien corpses.
Hey, what's up, Buzzard Bob? I've been good. And oh, why isn't that not working? Just got done having sex with Mrs. Buzzy. She was looking real good at Victoria's Secret. Haha. Oh yeah, that's cool. Damn it, my internet's taking a fucking shit. Am I really having problems? Come on. Am I frozen? Am I frozen? God damn it. Yeah, Buzzer Bob, good to see you. I hope you ate her ass. I hope she got that booty, the salad tossed.
Or figures or whatever else. But in it, he talks a little bit about science and the process of peer review and how your degrees aren't listed there, just your name. So sort of the PhD and a high school student are on equal footing because there's not a bias of this person's credentialed and this person's not. That sort of attempt to remove bias is something that I've strived to do throughout all of my time doing debates. Because I don't want to prepare for that person for a couple of reasons. One, if I debate the person instead of the subject I've agreed to debate, well, then I'm starting off with just an ad hominem. Now, ad hominem, generally people are looking at as if it's name calling as an argument, but it just means to the person. And so if we're going to agree to debate secular humanism versus Christianity, and I go look at my opponent and I see this and this and this about them, I might tailor my argument to that person and their personal view, which might be separate from Christianity. The Christianity that they advocate might be separate and different from what they've said in other areas or anything else. And also, if I'm debating someone, for example, who's a Muslim, I could be debating someone like Daniel Kikachu, as I've done, who's advocating for child marriage, among other things, or I could be debating someone like Isa, who's pretty much a progressive, liberal, atheist Muslim, to whatever extent that makes sense, or agnostic Muslim or whatever. And so very early it was clear to me, I should not prepare for the person. And I also saw, as I became a more popular debater, in demand more and more, my opponents started preparing for me and not for the subject. All I've ever done is prepare for the subject. I'd rather, apart from I don't want to walk in and wind up facing a racist Nazi, which is pretty much what just happened. I don't want to know anything about my opponent. I want to not only walk in there focused on the subject, but as long as they're focused on the subject too, then anything they've said elsewhere is irrelevant. What their views are on peripheral issues are irrelevant. And even if they, if I prepared for a particular version of Christianity or a particular set of arguments for Islam, and they present something else, now I'm unprepared. So in getting ready for this debate, all I did was I made sure that I had a good opening that specifically addressed secular humanism. Now, it's strange to me that other people don't necessarily do this, but I think we have cultivated a WWE style perception of what debates are or should be online, where some.
All right, you know what? Yeah, I'm. It's already 10:30, and I'm not gonna sit through this guy, making fucking excuses and whatever. Truly, I thought, maybe he would get into the nitty gritty real quick. I'm not gonna sit here for him to draw out all this fucking bullshit and make excuses for himself. I'm all good. Yeah, so we're out of there. You want to watch his response? Go fucking look it up yourself. He could have said it at the debate. Big pussy vibes, big bald baby vibes from that guy. And that's coming from someone that has enjoyed his debate performances before. Anyway, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are bringing the show. He's way too soft on Islam. Yeah, that's probably true. I can't remember. That's just a common thing when it comes to some of the secular atheist people that like to debate. They'll fucking be real soft on Islam and one of the other Abrahamic religions one of the other ones. I bet you all know which one I'm referring to. Okay. Anyway, I had a lot more fun tonight. Thank you guys. I had a shitty day today, and the stream went very nice. Thank you guys for checking out the stream. Again, I'm Dark Match Steve. Please give me a fucking like, a follow, a subscribe, all that stuff. Please repost my stuff. I'm always making new content. I got parody songs up on my YouTube channel. They're on Twitter and everywhere else. Unfortunately, on YouTube, they get fucking copywritten and then they don't get any fucking views once I get a violation. But I have some political parody stuff. I do also do other shit. You know, I got a P. Diddy parody song too, if you don't like the political shit. But anyway, yeah, go check out all my shit. There's plenty of stuff on my page. Oh fuck, I got the song up here. I make my own royalty-free tracks, my intro and outro tracks and all videos and shit for my live stream here. I do all those myself. So anyway, I'm putting a lot of work into this shit. We're going from the bottom to the top. Okay, like the Drake song, started from the bottom. We're still at the bottom right now. We're starting, so you guys help me out, okay? Thanks again for checking out the show. Fat Pig, I'm playing. You religious nuts are embarrassing to the human race. Sir, I'm not a Christian. That is very funny. If you think I am a Christian, I'm definitely not. I don't know what you'd say I am. Really, truly, what I believe. You know what? Just because you said that, I'll turn the music down here. No, you all really want to know? I'll go off on this on another night. What I truly think is that there is one. Oh, I'm not religious. I assumed you thought I was a Christian because I was defending a Christian guy who made an atheist run like a little bitch. But yeah, no, I'm not religious either. So yeah, you are wrong. Regardless, Foses or Fate. What is it? Fate Foses? Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not sure who you're referring to. There are more religions than Christianity. Yeah, I know, but in the context of you saying that, you're obviously referencing. We're talking about Christianity in this debate. So I assumed it was a worthwhile assumption. And still, like I said, Bud, you were wrong because I'm not religious. But clearly, what I was going to say is, clearly we are living in a simulation, okay? This is a dream that I'm having, and you're part of my dream. Maybe I'm part of your dream. But anyway, if you want to know what the truth is, that God... We are all God's consciousness, okay? And some people think that this is like a thing God made because it has like a purpose. But truly, you want to know the dark secret? You're only getting this here on Dark Times with Dark Match Steve, okay? The secret is there's only one God. There's only one consciousness, okay? And what would you do if you were the only conscious thing? You would be extremely lonely. It's really dark and lonely as the only conscious thing. So what would you do? Can God make something so heavy that he can't lift it himself? Well, I feel like that is what we're probably living in right now. This is a thing for the God consciousness's entertainment, because he's extremely lonely. Do you know what it's like being the only consciousness? No, you forgot because you spun this web of lies that you call the world we live in. And so that makes you, that lets you sleep at night for, 70 years. But then what happens after that? Okay, everybody have a good night. I'll see you later. Thanks for checking out the show. Love ya.